Parish President's remarks and report. Mr. Jewell.
Thank you, Chairman. First, I want to start off with planning and zoning report. So for permits and fees, as you recall, the council suspended all fees related to Hurricane Ida damage. The deadline for the Hurricane Ida-related permitting fee waivers was February 28th. So residents and businesses in need of permits or repairs and renovations related to Hurricane Ida damage must contact the Planning and Zoning Department by emailing permits@stcharlesgov.net or calling 985-783-5060. So nothing else changes. They can still apply in the same ways for the permits, just that the temporary waiving of the fees has expired from the council's ordinance. Just some statistics on last year. Planning and zoning issued 4,702 permits in 2021, which was more than 4 times the number that we did in 2020. And approximately 4,400 of the 4,702 were related to Hurricane Ida. So we did see a large uptick in people getting these permits for storm damage. So just as a reminder, permits are needed for roofs, framings, anything electrical, plumbing, accessory buildings, demolitions, and if you are registering an RV to occupy while your home is being repaired, we are still doing that as well. And the purpose of that RV registration is just, again, to make sure that it is hooked up properly and that your sewer cleanouts and everything aren't going into the ditch instead of your actual sewer cleanout in your yard. Moratorium on subdivisions. The moratorium also expired at the end of February, and or at least through the end of February, Planning and Zoning was not taking any new subdivision application requests. So during the moratorium, the following changes were made. I know the council remembers this, but I'll just say it one more time. We did a complete reworking of the major subdivision process. We addressed resident concerns about drainage and traffic. An ordinance was implemented to address adjacent lot runoff protections. We added traffic impact analysis for both major subdivisions and commercial construction. Waste updates to our wastewater construction and review standards were established, and we implemented a parish-wide comprehensive drainage and sewage study. Over onto public works, and kind of in a transition, but also related to my previous just update on planning and zoning, the master drainage plan update. Phase 1 of both the East and West Bank plans have been completed, and results have been shared with the council. The areas covered by Phase 1 include AMA, Hawnvilles 1 and 2, Muntz, Norco, New Sarpy, and Ormond. Projects have been identified from the results of those studies, and engineering projects are being developed to address needs in those areas. We are also going to be doing public meetings as well to go and share in the individual, what I can say, the individual watersheds to the residents, instead of holding one large town hall where we have to sit there and go through each watershed and residents have to wait to hear what is important to them. We plan to get out into the community and speak with them. So right now our initial format would be Hawnville 1 and 2 as a meeting, AMA as a meeting, and then we would have Muntz and Norco together, as well as New Sarpy and Ormond together as 2 meetings. The completion of Phase 1 and Phase 2, and as we are complete, Phase 1, Phase 2 is now underway, and our council authorized that in August of 2021. The phase includes Luling/Luling I-310, Mimosa and Willowdale, and on the East Bank, St. Rose, Diane Place, Bar None, Turtle Pond, and Almedia. So the consultants for these areas are currently collecting data and building that hydraulic model. At this time, principal engineering has completed Muntz, Norco, New Sarpy on the East Bank, as well as Ormond, and they are working, I guess specifically to that, they're working on our Louisiana Watershed Initiative applications for 2 projects in Ormond. So they're working with the grants office on that. And then the parish is also analyzing in Muntz potential route for water from St. John Parish to run off via gravity drainage through the location of the existing Prescott pump station. So this would be something that we implement after the pump station's in months that are under design and being permitted right now are completed. And the goal is to remove ourselves from pumping water in St. John. Currently, as it exists, we pump nearly 600 to 700 acres of water in St. John. So I think it's vitally important that we remove that, and we actually believe, as long as the model comes back and says so, that it would actually be an improvement for that water as well, because the pipes underneath Airline Highway can actually flow more water than is being currently pumped there. The remaining 5 East Bank watersheds, Almedia, St. Rose, Turtle Pond, Bar None, started in September and are on schedule. Calibration of the models will be completed in April. 3 are current and 2 are expected to run this month. Modeling of those improvements is expected, the completed modeling of those is expected sometime midsummer. On the West Bank, T. Baker Smith has been working to gather data for Mimosa, Willowdale, and Luling, and has completed the existing condition model as far as much as possible with that current data. Once the existing condition model is finalized, they will present the data to us with modeling improvements and final reports to follow. Once phase 2 is complete, phase 3 will follow on the West Bank, which will include, on the East Bank, which will include a couple of small watersheds that aren't very populated, and on the West Bank would include Bayou Gauche, Des Allemands, and Paradis. Next, we have the AMA pump station. So I believe at the last, or either 2 council meetings ago, the Parish Council authorized the ordinance for to accept the low bid for the AMA pump station improvements, which will add 2 additional 36-inch pumps and bar screen improvements. This is a project out of the master plan. It was modeled inside the master plan when we had them model it. So as you see the picture, you see to the right of the photo there, that's where those 2 new pumps will go, and you will have new bar screen cleaners like the ones you see there added as well. This is going to add significant pumping capacity to this station, and it's going to provide some redundancy in case one of the other pumps were to fail. So in larger rain events, you'll see all 4 of those pumps running, which we hope will help with some of the drainage in AMA. Additionally, the projects that we're looking at doing as a part of our Go Mesa bond would be complementing of that, which are the improvements of the canals and of the primary and secondary canals that feed that station. Okay, on the bulkhead, we recently awarded the contract, as the Parish Council knows, for the Des Allemands bulkhead, and that work is beginning in early April. Tonight, you will vote on an amendment as the design of the emergency repairs was initiated under the current professional services agreement with All South Engineers. The amendment will cover the permanent repairs to the bulkhead on down the Bayou Road. Parish signs, public works crews, and a parish contractor recently gave our welcome to St. Charles Parish signs a facelift by repainting, refreshing them for everybody entering our parish. This, quite frankly, was long overdue. These signs were installed several years ago, and the sun and weather had definitely taken their toll on it, so we're glad to have them repainted and looking nice and fresh. We'll go over to Ida Sheltering. We pulled out St. Charles Parish's numbers on this. So St. Charles Parish has 493 trailers from the state deployed. Keyword there, the state. FEMA is also deploying trailers as well. 557 are leased in. So remember, units leased in mean that the resident has the key and is able to get in to the trailer. So there's a little bit less than a 45% deficit, 45 trailer deficit there in the number of deployed and leased. The RPM site is completely full at 70 trailers, and you can see above there that statewide they have deployed 5,002 trailers, and they've leased in 4,527, and then total survivors sheltered statewide is 12,951. Total registrations is 18,012. Not all of those 18,012 are going to get a trailer, but those are the people who at least applied. Registration for Ida Sheltering has closed. Those who have registered and still need assistance can still call Ida Sheltering's number at 1-844-268-0301, or they can log into their registration at idasheltering.com or request an in-person visit. We'll go next. Last week, the parish held a town hall on Risk Rating 2.0. First, we want to thank Congressman Graves, who attended that meeting, as well as a representative from FEMA, their liaison, Gilbert Giron. But we hosted this town hall and meetings in an effort to start to bring to light some of the issues that we've been seeing with Risk Rating 2.0. We had over 100 people there and over 100 people watching online. We are currently playing repeats or the recording of that town hall event on St. Charles Parish's channel. It's still posted on Facebook as well for residents to watch. But Cox Channel 6, UVerse Channel 99, it's running daily at noon, 4 p.m., 8 p.m., or 9 p.m., depending on the meeting schedules, or online at scptv.com on demand. All right, our Veterans Memorial Plaza. First, I want to direct your attention to the picture on the right, which is sort of the foundation of our Veterans Memorial Plaza. It is commencing through its scheduled project, and you can see there that they're about to lay some of the foundation for the entrance to the Veterans Memorial Plaza. What you can't see is all the way on the far end of that is kind of an arch-shaped slab where this monument will go. I'm sorry, I don't have it in the presentation, but this is the Gold Star Family Memorial. You've probably heard me talk about this a couple of times. This is a $50,000 memorial just by itself. It's to recognize families who have lost loved ones in combat or overseas for various conflicts. And currently, the only one that exists in Louisiana is at the state capitol. I am happy to announce that the family of the late Wilton Hugh, a VFW member at our local VFW hall, Post 3750, his family donated the $50,000 today to secure this memorial. So there will be the memorial, and there will be a memorial bench to match that will be black granite, and the family's name will be displayed on that bench. So we can't thank the Hugh family enough. Wilton Hugh recently passed away. He was a veteran of the United States Navy and served in the Korean War. He also attained recognition locally as a Bronze Legacy Life member of the VFW from his many years of dedicated service to the VFW. The donation, again, is going to go towards the Gold Star Family Memorial, and we look forward to dedicating it. It will be the only the second memorial of its kind in the state of Louisiana, and it'll be right here in St. Charles Parish. So we're very proud of that, and we look forward to the completion of this memorial. All right, next we have Mardi Gras. Just a recap of Mardi Gras. We have the crew of Louisville and the crew of Des Allemands, which ran on the 26th and 27th of February, and everybody passed a good time. Both of our royalties and our grand marshals and parade chaplains did such a great job making sure that the festivities went on without a hitch. All right, Trash Bash 2022. Thank you for everybody who came out and helped us bash some of the trash in St. Charles Parish. It's definitely noticeable when you see where people were working, the difference that just a few hours of picking up trash makes. And this was one of our larger years. We had 400 participants. And after we totaled all of the bags of trash that were collected, this is separate from the tires and the bumpers and everything else that was collected separately, just bags of trash. We collected 583 bags of trash at the 14th Annual Trash Bash. So a big thank you for all who came out and got involved in this, including Valero, our Sheriff Greg Champagne, who had our inmates out there working, Shell Norco, Arkema, the Rotary Club, River Birch, Wetland Watchers. We had the Pelicans dance team, the Saints cheer crew. DJ Fish was out there. We also had Cajun Comfort, who was participating as well. And we thank our council members who participated as well. At Trash Bash, we had our future trash contractor, which is River Birch, and effective May 1st, River Birch Renewable Energy will be the new solid waste contractor, and the parish opted for a hybrid system consisting of fully automated trucks and semi-automated trucks. At Trash Bash, Riverbird showed off one of their trucks, and you can see here that this is one of the automated trucks, so it will pick up the trash can and put it right back down in the exact same place it picked it up. It's actually incredible to see it work because if you remember the old systems that they used to have, they were very clunky and generally was very rough on the can. This one was very gentle. It actually weighs the can as it picks it up, so it knows how much is going into the truck. A camera will capture its GPS location and the picture of the trash can. So if anybody calls and says their trash wasn't picked up, we'll be able to access that data and know exactly when the truck was there, what it picked up, how much it weighed, et cetera. These trucks move much more quickly and reliably. And what we're going to do is ask the residents to put as much of their trash in the trash cans as possible. And we're going to ask to make sure that their handles, if they're having an automated truck come down their street, that the handles of their trash can face their house. If you actually look at the top of your trash can, it does have an arrow that points the direction of the trash can, of what the trash can is supposed to be facing. So we're looking forward to this. We're actually going to have some more videos coming out. Riverbirch is producing a video that's going to go out to the residents in the next couple of months. We're also going to have some information going out in the water bills to make sure that residents are prepared for May 1st when the change happens. On sales tax, in January we collected $3,438,056.19, which represents an 8.04% increase, which compared to January 2021, which is an increase of $255,756.96. Okay, job openings: animal control officer, carpenter, equipment operator 1, 2, 3, and 4, grass cutter, groundskeeper, laborer, pump technician helper, and shop mechanic helper. Lastly, on Wednesday, March 9th, I will be testifying at the Select Committee on the Climate Crisis to discuss ways the federal government can support state and local governments as we have efforts to battle coastal erosion, build levees, and basically build a more resilient Louisiana. The theme of this meeting is resilience, and that's what we'll be talking about. Louisiana is a very resilient state. We have some of the most resilient people that you'll ever meet, but as we know, that some of the policies coming out of Washington, like Risk Rating 2.0, like the hurdles that we have to jump through to build levee protection, or the crazy environmental standards that we have to do coastal restoration, basically putting our coast back the way it's supposed to be, is delaying and driving up costs for us to do that. So I look forward to doing that, and I yield back the remainder of my time that I don't have any left. I've been watching committee testimony. That's why it's in my head.